And it says we are live. I'm here. You're beautiful. It's Thursday night. Back to normal, at least for this week. I, of course, am your host, your most humble of hosts, Dennis Moulton, a.k.a. GotBot. As always, please like, comment, share. Of course, subscribe while you're at it. Light them up, baby. Hit that notification bell. Helps me out a ton. Let you know when content of all sorts goes up here on the channel. Check out Machinery of Man, The Everything Factor, all the groups that I'm either a mod or an admin for, as well as all of my social media links. All of that's in the description down below. Also in the description down below. And if you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through Spring, or of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you're at it, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, not for a moment, not for a second, that you right there. Wait, I went into the, you know what? I went into the end. That's the sort of day I've been having, man. Honestly, and it's not even that it's been a bad day. I went right on the spiel. That's because I was cleaning my glasses. Hasn't even been a bad day. Busy day. This time of year, I think we're all pretty busy. But tonight on the show, we're going to talk about some more guests for TFCon LA coming up. We're going to talk about Yolopark. We're going to talk about Cang Toys. We're going to talk about Blokies a little bit. I keep wanting to say Blockies. What else are we going to talk about? A little bit about Robosen, a little bit about Age of the Primes. We're going to get into all that. Of course, we will do trivia. And we will do trivia. And of course, we will do this week's unboxing. And this week's unboxing is going to cover what comes up Friday. And it will cover both of next week's reviews, which might be the last reviews of this year. I'm not sure because, of course, after that, we have Christmas and New Year's. We're going to touch on kind of the plan for that a little bit as well, and kind of where things stand, so that as we go through the holidays and whatnot, we got some ideas of what's kind of up and coming. So I'm going to lay that there. I am going to come back here and I'm going to take this. I hope you guys are having a great week. I hope you're getting ready as best you can anyway for the holiday season. I know Blue Raccoon, I'm sure, is extremely excited, but and that's great. I'm glad he's extremely excited. But it's a tough time of year for a lot of people, man, for a lot of reasons. Let's see. We're going to deal with some of this. Bear with me here a little bit. And that looks good. We're going to go over here like this. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. And then we'll get into the news. Pardon me. I seem to have something in my throat. I seem to have something caught in my throat. Pardon me. Hey, Franzese. Picked up G-Axis the other day. $14. That's a great deal. Ugly squish face before Skybound Megatron. Yeah, I mean, G-Axis. Here's the thing. Yeah, you're right. Ugly squish face, but man, what a face sculpt they did for him, you know? I love him. I think that he turned out really, really well. Dragonfly. Hey, Marcus. Bacardi. Nice. Do you actually like Bacardi? I picked up the Earthrise Sunstreaker. I like the Earthrise Sunstreaker. And as a matter of fact, a while ago, I think it was Evan was asked, what Transformer do you think doesn't need to be redone? It's perfect. And he picked Earthrise Sunstreaker. That was his pick. So make of that what you will, I guess. I don't think they would do more justice to Sunstreaker, not in the main line. I get that in vehicle mode, some might complain about a little bit of the gappiness on the hood or something, but I don't think for the main line you would get better. Yeah, MP and stuff, but I love the classics, but I do think that the Earthrise captures the character better. Was he yellowing or turning green? You must be talking about G-Axis. I heard that some do. I wouldn't even mind if G-Axis turns yellow or green. He's one that I'd be okay with it because he's such a wacky mix of colors anyway. Yeah, right? Like Matthew just said, I mean, he's already yellow, but I haven't seen any issues. I've heard of it, but I haven't really seen much of it myself. I guess I won't get to Fallen until next year. Okay, I don't know why, but you do you, I guess. Hey, Daryl. Hey, Joel. No, my man, you didn't miss the show. It's just I got a busy life, Daryl. I got a busy life. I had to walk my puppy dog before I came here, and if for those of you not in the know, the weather here today is literally the drizzling shit. Get it? Drizzling? Get it? And we have a lot of snow down, so it's all like kind of a slushy mess, including walking Tessa. I got TripTychon for 120. Ross is awesome sometimes. I wouldn't know. We don't have that chain here, but congratulations. I get TripTychon is wonderful. Great mold, great bot. Love him. Starscream wife actually loves him. It's funny because he's the one Titan that she said when I first got him that she would kick him over the stairs. But I think of all of them, it might be her favorite. I think it's because she sees the dino aspects and she likes dinos. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think that's probably it. But that's a great deal. Congratulations. I heard about those Ross Wild, so jealous. Yeah, same thing. They also have this Ollie's place down there, Daryl, and that's usually a pretty hot spot for deals. I got Legacy Armada Wheeljack today in the mail. Interesting. Do you like them? I mean, I guess you do like them if you ordered them. That jumped down on me. Hey, Master Fur. Hey, Keldeo. Daryl says that his wife gave him Skybite for his birthday. Love Skybite. Legacy Skybite, or not Legacy, Age of the Prime Skybite is fantastic. Quick question about the top 10 best. Is Devastator an allowed answer, or should we keep it to a single release? I've explained this a bunch of times. I'll do it again. If you mean the full-on combined mode, that's one character. Like Bruticus is a character. If you mean the Combaticons or you mean the Constructicons, no, that's a group. The combined mode has its own sentience. The combined mode has its own identity, right? So if you're saying the combined mode of Devastator, yes. But if you're saying it in reference to each of the Constructicons, then no. Tell me a specific Constructicon. I got a G1, Fire Shot, and Vanquish. Deep cut find. Hope you enjoy them. Stressful time with all the people in stores. Absolutely. Skybound getting real interesting. That's all I can say. You can say what you like, I guess. If I were to pick up I don't know why you would say that and then stop, but whatever. Joseph says, I hope they do a Studio Series evac from Transformers The Ride 3D. I mean, again, that's a deep cut. How many people would know that character? You know what I mean? Like, you got to think about what's realistic and what's going to sell. Maybe they will sometime. I don't know. Maybe they will. I wouldn't hold my breath for it, but you never know. Never say never. I think I want to get the Flatline figure. I got Flatline. Love it. My only complaint with Earthrise Sunstreaker is the noticeable 2 different colors. That's always going to happen with yellow. Yellow just doesn't color match well. It's as simple as that. Either you got to do it all paint or you got to do it all yellow plastic. That's really the only way around it. I received Earthrise Thrust and I finally completed the Seekers. You know what? Even when they do the new ones, as much as I don't like the Earthrise mold, it's fine, I think, for the cone heads. And I think it's much better cone heads than the classics. The only reason I don't like them for the main trio is because besides for the classics, we had the fantastic, even though they were deluxe, but the fantastic Fall of Cybertron trio. And then we had the Siege trio, which it's better built. It's more solid. It's got more mass. It's more articulated. It's just better than the Earthrise. It's a matter of what we're comparing it to. And for the Coneheads, the only thing that we have to compare them to, really, is the classics. And these destroy the classics. I do enjoy a mixed Bacardi. There you go. Earthrise Sunstreaker is nice. Yeah, I agree. I'm waiting for someone to make a custom RID 2001 G-Axis, mainly to see what the toy would look like in these colors. Intriguing. Got Flatline, Alpha Trion, and 2 Hot Wheels guys. Oh, and the 2 Hot Wheels guys. Still waiting on those. Deep cut and obscure characters, you can really do anything with these characters and write them into anything because they are just nobody. You can. You're absolutely right, you can. But to make actual figures that you're trying to sell, it might be a hard go, right? You got to balance how popular is the character versus how likely is it to actually sell and make money, right? Again, I've said it a million times. You got to think like the business side of it, right? Matthew says, I love my Tetrajet Starscream. I don't think I'd even replace him if they made one of him in the 86th. Oh, I wouldn't replace my Siege trio at all. No, 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 no. We have a liquidation store nearby, and they get random, amazing grabs. They had Bayverse Overload, didn't want them, but a leader for $25. Wow, that is really good. I just got Twin Mill today. I think Bone Shaker is the better of the two Hot Wheels. I mean, I don't know. I don't have either of them at this time. Okay, let's jump in to the news, and we're going to begin with this. This, of course, is the Robosen Soundwave. And I mean, we all know my take on this. I don't particularly care for the company. Quite frankly, I don't like who they tend to associate with and have as spokespeople. Same thing with Toy Hacks. If I don't respect your spokesperson, I'm not going to buy your product. It's as simple as that. This is cool. Starscream wife was like, yeah, I saw it's really cool. I saw the video. I wasn't that impressed with the transformation because like the legs and then the hips and then the body comes. I don't know. I was just like, I don't really care for how he actually transforms, but I do think he looks really good. I'll give credit where credit is due. He looks great. He really does look absolutely great. But it's not for me. Again, I'm not blown away by all this automorphic stuff, but like this, I don't like this. I get it. I understand why it's like it, and I think it's cool that it automatically transforms. But this scheme, just I don't know. It doesn't hit it for me. That scheme just doesn't hit it for me. I'm sure that it's brilliant. A lot of people like it. It's not for me. Yeah, here's your verses, I don't know. Again, I've said it before, I'll say it again. It's cool. I think it's a neat novelty item. I certainly don't think it's worth how much is this one for? Like, I don't think it's worth 1,000 US. I'm sorry. 1,000 US. What? That's insane. Oh, that's the early bird price. The regular price is $1,300 US. Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, to me, that's laughably ridiculous. If you're spending that kind of money on a transformer, you should be putting it in retirement savings. That's insane. I'm sorry. That doesn't impress me. I just find it preposterous. Cool that it exists, but it should be in a museum. This is the in hand. We talked about the Onslaught and the Bruticus and talked about how the proportions seemed a bit weird. I don't think that this blue scale model helps that because I don't know, the body looks way too big compared to the arms and the legs. I know Daryl said that he saw a different image and it looked better. I guess it looks clean from the back. I'll give credit where credit is due. And I do like the vehicle mode for Onslaught. But something about I need to see this in color because the blue is not helping it, man. It's not for me. The blue it's not doing it for me. I don't know. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I need to see more. I don't like how thin the thighs are compared to the lower legs, which are quite wide. I don't know. This might be a case where the Combiner Wars wins. I'll have to wait and see. Going up, if you're going to be at TFCon, EJ Sue, he worked on a bunch of IDW crap. He'll be there, and I'm sorry if you like IDW, but I can't even take that company seriously anymore. I just can't. The stuff that they do and the stuff I hear about, I just can't take that company seriously. Swindle. What are we thinking about Swindle? Like them? Don't like them? I think it's a good-looking Swindle. I wish he had more of a foot sticking out of the front there, and behind his leg seems to be a lot of bulk on the back part of the leg here. But I do like the arm cannon. I do not care for this big Bruticus blaster on his shoulder. Do not like that at all. Really, really not a fan of that. I wish there was some better way they could have handled that. And I don't know, or I can't say I don't know. I don't like the purple on the arm here. I wish that was this yellowy color. I am glad to see that the windshield looks like it will actually be colored, because some early images it didn't look that way. The purple hood, I mean, all of that looks good. I don't even mind the trailer. I'm okay with the trailer. I just don't like the big blaster thing on his shoulder. That's all. It's nice to see Swindle. I don't know. I guess we'll see. I guess we will see. Warmer kind of edges, though. Like, they're not sharp or anything. They're all a little more roundy or something. A lot of warmness there. I love the face sculpt. Big fan of the face sculpt. Thought that turned out really good, except for I wish the face was silver like it should be, because it's not black. Or at least a gunmetal gray or something. These are just the pre-orders and stuff. I mean, again, if you want to see the images, I don't know. He might be growing on me a little bit. I do like the straight-on view better, all colored. I can do without that. I really like Sideways and his mini cons. And you'll notice face here, face here. Yes, he does the face swap gimmick thing with the two mini cons. We'll see that a little bit later. A lot of people were concerned he wouldn't be able to do that, but it looks like he can, as well as the Autobot logo swap thing as well. So, real happy about all that. As we go up, CCXP Comic-Con Experience in Brazil showed off a few things here. This is the, wait now, is this the Blockies one? I think it is, right? Yes, the Action Edition Turn, Defender version Bruticus, Defender version Beast Wars Megatron in Beast mode, and Galaxy version G1 Megatron. So this is the Action Edition Turn. We've sort of talked about this a bit before. This is kind of more in hand. Too bad the glare's there, but he looks great for a turn. Nice, big, hefty, bulky, big blasters. Great for a turn. This is their Bruticus. I mean, the proportions on the Blockies are better than the Age of the Primes. I don't know. It doesn't seem like that should be the case to me. This is one of the most adorable little Megatrons I think I've ever seen. It's cute. I love the fire coming out. I mean, I don't think it would be for me, but it's adorable for what it is. And we've seen the Megatron before. You will notice his lower legs are black. And even that's more accurate than what we got with 86 with the blue. At least I look at this and I feel like, yeah, that looks like Megatron. Continuing on, in-hand images. I'm not going to go through all of this, but like, there are all of the parts apart. So he comes apart like, think of like the weaponizer, fossilizer, Junkion gimmick, but like amped up a ton with amazing tolerances. This is a melange, if you will, a mixture of aesthetic cues from his Covenant of Primus design, like the spiky shoulders. But the majority of this guy is very much leaning heavily into his Transformers 1 design. Very heavily into that. I don't hate it at all. I can't wait for him, actually. Look at this wacky mode, right? That's the thing. You can do a lot of wacky modes with the guy. In terms of, here we go. In terms of what he comes with, like, this is like his scythe, his sickle, whatever. And he has two versions of his T-Cog. One that becomes his eye. I guess that's this one. And the T-Cog is normally his eye. And then there's another one. I don't know why he has two T-Cogs, but whatever. I'm not angry about it. And that is his artifact, right? The T-Cog, right? Specifically, the eyeball T-Cog, right? So this is a number of the prime artifacts, right? The Covenant, the Requiem Blaster, the Triptych Mask, the T-Cog, and of course, the Star Saber with that silver matrix on it. In terms of size, there he is next to big old Megatronus, who is quite large, and Onyx, who's a bit bigger, Megatron, Optimus, another Voyager being Prima, and Alpha Trion. He's the height of, say, Quintus, who's a deluxe, but he's also kind of hunched over, like his head and stuff is down, right? So I'll be interested to see what his mass is like. There he is next to, Alchemist and Solus and Micronus, who's a bit smaller, of course, right? And the 86, or not the 86, the Devastation Optimus, and I guess 86B, if you're so interested. So I'm not going to go through the rest of that. You can see really innumerable alt modes. A review of him is going to be tough. I mean, I'll show a couple of things, but the possibilities are endless with them, as they should be. These are just Age of the Primes images in line with pre-orders that are going to be up and coming from Takara. So some Takara stock images. Just maybe some different angles of things that we have seen before. Big Convoy still looks great. This is the reuse of, this is Razor Claw, I think. The reuse of Tigerhawk. Great mold. This is the Bumblebee. We've talked about it before. I like it okay. It's too bad these are yellow and not black, but I get why it is because it matches the game. Love the little car mode. Think that's really adorable. And the one Orion Pax. And we're right back there to the beginning. So not really anything new per se, but some Takara pre-orders up and coming. Okay, I'm going to go back here and I'm going to check in with you guys. Actually, I'm going to run up this one. And then I'm going to check in with you guys. So coming out of Singapore Comic-Con, we have the Blockies 2026 by yearly version. I don't know what yearly is. Dinobot Desertion poster images. So, like, basically, it's their Dinobots, right? In Dino mode. I love that Grimlock has his little top on his head there. All of these, I'm pretty sure, are redecos of previous molds, if I'm not mistaken. That's pretty cool, that little gold Optimus. So, yeah, Galaxy version dinos in their dino mode, and a Defender version Optimus Prime, Wheeljack, and Skywarp. So it's quite a bit in there. Now, we're going to see a little bit more later on about that. So let's get out of there. If you're interested in a voice actor interview, the actor Jess Harnell, who was the voice of 07 Ironhide and Barricade, there's an interview up with him. I mean, you can check it out there on the YouTubes. Yolopark showing off more of their in-hand images of Drift. Usually when they do this, I mean, it's pretty imminent that he's coming. Beautiful, beautiful detail. And that's one thing that the movie does lend itself to, is gorgeous, gorgeous detail. Doesn't transform, but come on, that's movie Drift all to pieces. Specifically, Age of Extinction Drift. Right with his horrible gobbly face. He always looked like a goblin to me. He doesn't strike me as an Autobot at all. But this is a beautiful mold that Yolopark did. AMK Pro, fairly easy to put together. Has some die cast, has the LEDs. You guys know how this goes. Swords still go on the back. He looks great. He does. Again, I don't think I need to go through all of those because it's only going to bore us all. My Neza. Since 2018, they've been talking about this in China, and right now it's only available in Chinese. 52 episodes. It basically lends from the Cyberverse, I guess, continuity, because I mean, you got the Optimus, the Bee, the Grimlock, right? So it definitely lends from that one. Obviously, the linkages to my Neza. I think this is from the opening sequence. And Bumblebee meets Neza. We've seen a couple of little clips before too, but it looks like the series is actually like starting. My guess is if you didn't like Cyberverse, you probably wouldn't like this. But if you like Cyberverse, this might be a neat show. 52 episodes? That could be a good story. The animation looks really smooth too. So I don't know. There's Megatron. And of course, there's a mythical character in Chinese folklore. Megatron looks pretty tough, though, man. I'm not gonna lie, he looks pretty sinister there in those last couple of shots. Prime Changers, Optimus, and Bumblebee out in the US, the UK, the UK. For those of you wondering about this, Alt is the deluxe Cyberverse Bumblebee and the deluxe Cyberverse Optimus Prime in new packaging. So it's really a reissue under a new name. And we'll go up here. All the ad stuff. Legend scale sideswipe from Newage. So you know it's going to be good. Because it's Newage, you know it's going to be good. This is a great looking sideswipe. I love that the spoilers are being used as heel spurs. Thank goodness. What a brilliant idea. Nice, clean little car mode. His backpack, his shoulder blaster, and his hand blaster. Multiple hands. A couple of little like swords and that sort of stuff. Pretty darn great. That's beautiful. Look at the articulation on the guy. I mean, it's Newage. Are any of us surprised that it's good? I'm not. I would expect it to be good. And apparently Legend Scale to go in with their other Legend Scale stuff, like their Sunstreaker, like their Trailbreaker, like their Jazz, their Optimus, right? Optimus taking the backpack to use. I really feel like Newage knocked it out of the ballpark. I'm sure that this mold, much like the Siege one, will be repainted and reused 10 million times. The face swap gimmick. Yes, it works. For the love of God, buy. Stop complaining about it. Stop worrying about it. Everybody loses their mind. There's one head. And this was confirmed by Nate. There's the other. And he even switches the Autobot and Decepticon logos around, if that's your thing. Personally, I was fine with him the way he is because I'm only going to use him as a harbinger of Unicron anyway. Cyberworld episode 18. That's up if you're so inclined and haven't caught the latest episode. It is up right now. Wally Wingert, the voice of Sideburn in Robots in Disguise 2001, as well as Mirage, is going to be another guest, and he's not the only voice actor. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go all the way down here for this. Steve Kramer is also going to be there, the voice of Rev and Cerebros, but also the voice director for RID 2001. So he's going to be a guest. I've said that this TFCon seems very RID 2001 and Beast Wars heavy, and I stand by that. Cyberworld foam bag clips. Man, they've really gotten into doing these bag clips, hey? So if you want a clip to put on your bag that looks like, I don't know, whoever this is, Galvatron, I don't know who this is. I really haven't watched Cyberworld, so I don't know. That's the Megatron. I guess Galvatron. I don't know who that is. If you've been watching it, then you would probably know, but I haven't really gotten into it yet. When I get off for the holidays and got a break, I'll sit down one day with a nice cup of coffee and kind of marathon the whole thing. That's my plan. Springer, Cup, Nemesis Prime, Funko Pops, out. There you go, Springer. Cup, Nemesis Prime. Get them while they're hot, I guess. They were found at a Walmart in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Funko Pops are, again, one of those things like I don't know why they exist. I don't get the point of them. You can't do anything with them. If I can't do anything with it, I don't know why it exists. That's where I'm to in my life. I can't use it. I don't get it. Again, like, here you go. Here's a nice look at the Grimlock in hand. Very metallic, beautiful. All of them are going to be like this. Great, like kind of group here. Look at that version of Slag. Honestly, amazing. Snarl. Very beautiful Dinobot. Swoop is gorgeous with the wingspan and stuff. Sludge, my boy. I'm not struck on the head, though. I wish the head was a little less angular and a little more rounded, I think. But I love the body. I love the legs and stuff. They look so good together. There's the Optimus. The Wheeljack, colored the same way. I find their coloring's weird, but I'm not angry about it. Like, weird, yes, but that Optimus looks cool. Weird, yes, but that Wheeljack looks cool. And Skywarp, apparently, but all as gold? I don't know. Golden Lagoon? I don't know. Bit weird that they would include Skywarp here with Optimus and Wheeljack. But whatever. If you're into the blocky stuff, then you're probably not angry about that. I guess the official reveal of the Yolopark AMK Pro version of Tarn. We saw the blockies one for Action Elite earlier. If this is your model kit of choice, I mean, again, another great looking Tarn. Really is big and bulky. I'm still happy with the Legacy one, but I mean, to each their own. In-hand images of what's his name? Franken something. Frequency. Sorry, Freak. Freak. Frequency. And T-Rax. Frequency and T-Rax. So ridiculous. It's his blaster's a chicken. I mean, I don't know the show, but this is charming. This is charming just because it's so ridiculous and silly. It's just plain fun. It's as simple as that. Everybody wants it to be the A-Team van. I don't know if they'll ever get that license, but I could see it. I could certainly see it. Then we have the Cang Toys Slag. I don't know. When you look at that, do you think Slag? You know, is this what you think of when you think of the Dinobot Triceratops? Or, yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. This is far too, the frill and stuff, it's too much for me, man. I don't know about this. Yeah, again, it's art. I get it. It's art. I'm sure that there's a fan base out there, but it's too far from the source material for me. And just a couple of more images of Nickel and Tarn. Of course, these again are the Yolopark AMK Pro that we just saw the like teaser of, say. Great looking Tarn, painted quite nicely, no doubt about it. And you'll notice like the LEDs, because it's AMK Pro, right? The LEDs in his blaster, for example, right? Love the sinister look of the face and the big bulky shoulders with the treads. I was going to say tires, but treads, I guess, on them. Nickel. I think a lot of people will buy this if for nothing else to get Nickel. Nickel would be great as a little core class. I think they should have included Nickel with Tarn in Legacy as well. But that's just me. And just to get it up close to the back and up close to that sinister looking head. I like the gold Decepticon logo. This looks really great. Doesn't transform, but if you're cool with him not having his tank mode, for a bot, it might be the way to go for a lot of people. And I'm pretty sure that's it, actually, for the news. So I'm going to close that out. Let's double check with the news, and then I'll check in with you guys. We talked about the Robosen stuff. We talked about the Bruticus at the CCXP with the blue commander class body. The TFCon guests, Swindle, who I don't hate at all. Like I said, I wish he had more toes, but it's not the first time that we've had a bot whose toes are a little less than. We talked about the blocky stuff at CCXP, the Amalgamous and Takara images, Singapore Comic-Con that had the blockies, Dinobots, and the Dinobot images with the Wheeljack and the Skywarp and the Optimus. The voice actor interview with Jess Harnell for '07 Ironhide and Barricade, Yolopark AMK Pro, Drift, My Neza, 52 episodes, remember. Prime Changers OP&B out in the UK. Both are Cyberverse decos. The New Age Legend Sideswipe, probably the highlight of the news tonight because it's just that good. Sideways does have his head gimmicks. Cyberworld, being Cyberworld, is out, and we have bag clips for it. Funko Pops, Springer, Nemesis Prime, and Cup out in Indiana, in Fort Wayne, Indiana. I guess they're going to start showing up in other places as well. The Stranger Things collab images, that thing's adorable. And the Cang Toys slug. The only other piece of news I want to mention is a bunch of pictures that's been making the round of an anniversary version of the 86 Hot Rod mold. That is a Digibash. It is not real. Sadly, as bad of a Digibash as it is when you go in close on it, it's still better than the actual one because at least that one got more of the color of the joints right. And it was a little bit more magenta, which is probably right as well. But it's not real. If you see that going around, it is a Digibash. It's not a real product. Okay, let's scroll up and see what you guys were saying. Let's see. Whereabouts was I? I think it was around here. Got Devastation Sideswipe and Decepticon Troop 2-pack. I like the 2-pack. My Seeker, one of the flaps on the leg of my Seeker Elite didn't quite work. It was, the molding was a little janky on it, but it's fine. And I love the look of the plane. And I love the look of the other one, honestly. Yeah, I like the cell shaded windows on that lad. That's the one that I call runabout, run amok, run around. I think it was run around. I called them. I got it written in my things. I think it was run around. I called them. There's an Ollie's near me, but I haven't seen yet. We also have a massive flea market I keep saying I'm going to go to, but hard to find time when I have 3 jobs right now. Yikes. That's a busy schedule, buddy. For me, Ross is more consistent with Transformers. Ollie's is hit or miss. A friend of mine's cat passed away. That's always unfortunate. Losing a pet is always hard. Any of us that have had it knows what that's like. 5-pack Sunstreaker and DC Origins B have a more orangey yellow that seems to color match easier. Yeah, a little bit. I have a thrift store in my area called Cherry Panda, and they had Kingdom Core, Rat Trap, and G1 Soundwave. Still in box? Really? It had to be a reissue, right? Animated Rollout, Command Optimus Prime. Right on. Batteries, I'm not surprised the batteries wouldn't work in it. Want to get Legacy Shadow Striker in the Matrix. Shadow Striker's okay. She's a little bit of a pain. Like, you want to talk about Blue Raccoon, ones that are difficult to transform. Not 86 Optimus. He's smooth as butter. Shadow Striker, difficult to transform. Her stuff does not like to line up. It's very specific. Got Flatline. Yeah, I saw all of that earlier. I love my Tetra Jets. Yeah, I saw that earlier. As we go down here a bit. Hot Wheels has done Transformers like Hot Wheels in the basic line. I don't know what that means. They did an 09 Corvette Stingray. Okay. Let's see. I may skip Robosen. Robosen. You got $1,400 US to spend on it. I got a funny feeling, Blue, you don't. Robosen is cool, but it's not a toy, and it's a robot you can't play with. That's right. 1,000. I'll need to sell a house here in LA. I don't think you'd have to sell a house, but you'd probably have to sell a few things. Yes. If I had $1,300 to spend on Transformers, it wouldn't be for that. That's the thing. Like, it's cool, but the price is idiotic. It's preposterous. I don't understand how somebody can buy that and be proud of themselves. It only makes you look like a fool. Like you had nothing better to spend your money on. This is what you wasted it on. That's how responsible you are in your life, honest to God. Is it cool? Yes. Does it make any sense for anyone to own it? No. Should it be a source of pride? No. Should it be a source of being embarrassed at how you mishandle your money? Yes. That's just me. Aside from the forearm kibble, Swindle looks pretty good. Yeah, and the forearm kibble is pretty minimal, all things considered. I need to see Onslaught in full color. Yep, that's where I'm to. Swindle looks good, but yeah, not a fan of the big cannon. It just looks so off on his shoulder. I actually like the trailer on Swindle to somewhat help the price mitigation. Maybe, but just low. Everybody's like the price mitigation. Lower the prices. It's like this dude, man. This review spot dude. Honest to God, every time I mention that the idea that clear plastic is weaker is a myth, he always comes back and says, not a myth, it's the truth. And then he tries to give me some big bull crap lesson about, oh, yeah, but no. It's not this type of plastic. It's this type of dude, it's a myth. Stop being ham-handed. Plastic that is clear exists. Yes, some of it is lesser quality plastic. Some of it is better quality plastic. Like all plastics. The problem isn't that Hasbro has unpaintable plastic. The problem is Hasbro uses cheap crap paint. If you use good quality paint, there's no such thing as unpaintable plastic. That's a myth. When it comes to clear plastic, it doesn't break. I have mentioned how shovels are made of it here. Is that a different chemical makeup than what is typically used in toys? Yes, but I wouldn't say that it means that clear plastic breaks. I would say Hasbro's using cheap crap plastic. Maybe they should use the better quality materials in their products. What we need to do is stop believing the corporate nonsense that they say and demand better out of these companies for our buying dollar. No, we shouldn't have breakage. Use the good quality plastic. No, don't charge us more for it because you're already wildly overcharging. Maybe cut some of the designers. Maybe cut some of their salaries because I'm sorry, what they're producing now is not worth what I'm sure they're being paid. It's about holding the company accountable rather than accepting it and saying that's the way it is. If we accept that, then that's the way it's always going to be. Just, I don't know, little life advice, I guess. But you got to stop saying that, no, this is a true thing when it's not a true thing. We have the technology for that to not be a true thing. Demand from the company that they use better products. Very simple. As for the unpaintable plastic, I've literally painted it with other paints a billion times, and it adheres better than on most other plastics. So no, I know for a fact it's a myth. Thanks. Sorry, I had to get that off my chest. Even if the Combiner Wars Bruticus wins, the fandom will pretty much just ditch that for the Age of the Primes because it's the newest thing on the shelves. Sadly, you're right. And that's their problem. That's called addiction. Swindle and Animated had a huge fusion cannon on his arm. So did G1. He also had a big cannon on his arm. Swindle pretending to be Wheeljack with the shoulder cannon? Maybe. I'm sure he'd sell it, though. Onslaught looks good, but I don't like the green arms on Bruticus. Neither do I, and it's all I see. Used to remember you told me once you weren't a Unicron Trilogy person. Nope, I'm not at all. Can't watch it. It's whoever was the voice director for that should absolutely never get another job in Hollywood because they're terrible voice direction. Let's hope the minicons aren't a disaster after Nemesis Prime. I don't know what that means, but okay. I'm not spoiling Earthspark, but let's just say you may want to see Big O anime just 26 episodes. What? Big O anime just 26 episodes to find out what happens. You'll feel like my middle school friend. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what that is. I don't even know if we're going to get the rest of Earthspark, sadly. Australian here, do not buy Nemesis. Okay, don't buy Nemesis, I guess. Got some more blockies myself for $5. Alchemist. Wave 4 already out in Oz. Amalgamous is amazing. All of Wave 4 or just the Voyagers? Because the Deluxes are out in Canada. Amalgamous gives me big Diaclone vibes. I could see that. He's like Shockwave had a love child with Johnny Five. He is. He really is like Shockwave had a love child with Johnny Five. You're absolutely right. That's so good. I heard if promises. No, I'm not hearing anything. No, I'm not getting into speculation like that. Transformers 1 TF1 design is the most coherent design, to put it lightly, for Amalgamous. Yes, I agree. It is Keldeo. Universe 1.0 2003 Ultra Razor Claw. Razor Claw looks nice, but money's tight at the moment. Razor Claw somehow seems to have more paint than Tiger Hawk. He probably does. Big Convoy is good. So I noticed Big Bad Toy Store is now offering the Top Spin Spinister 2-pack, but it's almost $10 more than it was on Amazon. Well, I mean, they got to get their cut, right? It was an Amazon exclusive, so BBTS got to get their cut. Otherwise, what's the point of selling it? It's still mind-boggling in the best way. We have universe representation today, as Razor Claw was a universe toy. Yes. Easy repaint for it, right? Titan didn't become a size class until Thrilling 30. Metroplex, that's true. Jess Arnell did the voice on America's Funniest Home Video too. Did what voice on that? I don't remember a voice on that. I just remember Bob Saget introducing people's home videos. I don't remember a voice on it. Interesting. I maybe it's a different show since I watched it. That was 30 years ago. Longer than that. Gosh, I'm getting old. 35 years ago. 37 years ago. Wow. If Ironhide wasn't killed off in Dark of the Moon, he would have been in Prime, as a concept image for him exists. Okay, maybe. There was a lot of concept images for Prime. Cup being another one. The Star Seekers, Sea Spray, more of the Predacons. There was a lot that didn't make it into Prime, unfortunately. No, I said it's in Chinese, Joseph. I said it's in Chinese. And that's all that it's in right now. Somehow I feel like his chest is a touch too flat, but overall looks great. I wasn't a big fan of Cyberverse. I had a few of the toys, including the Hammer Strike, Hammer Bite one. Now we need Armada Thrust. Okay. Cyberworld's been surprisingly good. Wouldn't say it's groundbreaking or anything, but it's solid for what it is. Mirage, maybe. That is Galvatron. Thank you. Don't remember him having a visor, though. I've seen, the only reason I guess Galvatron is because I've seen the like the figure of him, and he has a visor on that, so that's why I guessed it. I'm not into Funko Pops, not my cup of tea. Me either. Funko is collectibles for some. Yeah, I know that a bunch of people collect Funko, Joseph, but I see no point in them existing. They do nothing. They don't articulate. They don't move. They just stand there with their round, orbless eyes. I don't understand why they exist. I don't understand why anybody would spend money on it. It does nothing, is all I'm saying. Usually keep them in boxes, but they don't display that well. It's not like they look good. They're just a thing. I don't know. I don't get them. I don't get them. I know that people buy them, but I don't. And I know people buy like hundreds of them. Don't get it. Arise, chicken, arise. I told you he looked super fun. Oh, no doubt he looks super fun. I just don't know the show. I'm getting frequency for my nephew for his birthday. That's a great use for it. I've not seen Stranger Things, but I heard Ultra Magnus made a toy cameo. Yeah, somebody mentioned that to me a while ago, too. I thought their Slag was already out. Apparently, their Snarl is already out. It was Powerlink's Hot Shots box. Look at all the announcer at the beginning. Interesting. Thrust in Armada was a Herald of Unicron like Sideways. Okay. All right. Let's do the trivia. Are we ready for the trivia? And then we'll do the unboxing. Then we'll get out of here. Making pretty good time, too. Last few weeks, we've been making pretty good time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, are we ready? Here we go. Sometimes the last Autobot is a guardian of Primus only, but at other times and in certain continuities, he has been given an alternate name and gets slotted in as one of the 13. What is the other name he goes by? Is it Autonomous Prime? Is it Titanus Prime? Is it Autonomous Maximus or Titanus Maximus? What other name besides the last Autobot does he sometimes go by when he gets included as a member of the 13? A, Autonomous Prime. B, Titanus Prime. C, Autonomous Maximus. Or D, Titanus Maximus. Q, Dragonflies Q. A, C. I don't know. B, E, Pompous Prime. A. The answer, my friends, are we ready? Is C, Autonomous Maximus. Okay, so tomorrow's review is going to be courtesy of our buddy Daryl in the chat. You can all thank Daryl for me taking a look at. Boom! It is going to be the Mandalorian crossover. I'm not going to lie. If you're going to watch this thinking, hey, GotBot is going to talk about how true this is to Star Wars, I don't know crap about Star Wars. I've never watched this show. I don't know the character. It's not my thing. But I'll tell you this. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about these shoulder things. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about this guy. But boy, is he fun. Holy moly, is he fun. He's a blast and a half. Then next Tuesday, we'll take a look at the one that everybody raved about last year being Party Wallop. And I mean, I'm not a huge crossover guy, but I gotta say, now that I've had him in hand, boy, oh boy, do I understand why the hype was there for this guy. Big, chunky pieces to move around. Great articulation that you wouldn't expect to be there. Everything stores on the dude. What a great transformer. And then next Friday, we previously looked at the Montoy, I guess, die-cast transforming planes. Well, they also did these insects. And Starscream Wife bought two. One of them broke. And it had a frozen shoulder. Wasn't this one. So we're going to take a look at this one next Friday. And that may be the only reviews for the rest of 2025. That does not mean that we are not chock-a-block full of content up and coming. So those three reviews. Right now, the question is up about best transformer. So next Monday on the 15th, it'll be the best. On the 22nd, it'll be the fan-voted worst. I'm not necessarily planning a review for the 23rd. I'm thinking that on the 23rd, that might be when I do GotBot Goes live, because I don't see me doing it on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, or Boxing Day. Then we're on the weekend. On the 29th, it'll be my personal list. I might do a review on the 30th. We'll see. But I certainly won't be doing one New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Again, the 30th might be when we do GotBot Goes live. Then, after New Year's Day, in 2026, well, we'll get right back to things. I have some pickups that I've got in the wings waiting. I also have from Maximal 10, the ever famous every year weirdo transformer bag of God knows what's in it. And I actually have some older things to look at. One of them I'm really, really intrigued by, because we recently had a modern update to this character, and I've never looked at the original. So looking at the original next to what I thought of the modern, which I really loved, will be a treat. We'll talk about that another time. For now, you know what's kind of up and coming over the next couple of weeks. You know the next three reviews. Next week's unboxing we'll be heading into the holiday show. It's the one where I will have the big Christmas bag, and we will get into that. We may unbox all of it. We may not. We'll see how much is in the bag. Until then, thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. This is what I did at the beginning, by the way, remember? Thank you for coming by, giving me some of your extremely valuable time. I do know how important it is to you. If you're in a position to help the channel to grow, you can use the donate link. Check us out on Patreon. See what we have to offer to you through Spring, or, of course, hit the join button at any given time and become a channel member. While you are at it, man, hit the subscribe button. Stick around and have some fun with us here on the channel. And don't forget, man, not for a moment, not for a second, especially this time of year, that you right there, you do make a difference in the world. And I look forward to the next time that you and I get together to have another visit, either in the live streams on Thursday nights at the stop motion premieres, or the old-fashioned way right here inside the videos. Have a safe weekend, everyone, and I'll see you next week.